First thing first, let me go ahead and let me give like a huge shout out to a fellow YouTuber who I listen to. Um, and he basically on that same wavelength. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you, he one of the few realists I've ever even heard, and I'm proud to say that he Florida born and bred from out of Jacksonville, Florida, but he resides in Georgia though. Give a huge shout out to Bill Bunton on this because I seen his latest video, him addressing Eminem, and it was something that he brought to my attention that I had to go back and look at that damn video of Eminem rant against Trump. And I said it once, I said it again. I am no fan of Eminem, never had been, never will be. Okay? Plain and simple. Using his white privilege for the right reasons? No. The only reason he used his white privilege is only for his own selfish ways. He just used that as a front. Fuck Eminem. You know? But what he also did in there is something that basically I didn't see it. So I had to go over it again. Because I normally go back over things in case I overlook. That he tried to mimic a southern drawl. Now, for anybody that's from the South, whether you from Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and yeah, I even say Texas. Shit. Oh, either West Virginia. You know, y'all would know about Southern drawl. That's because that's like a talk we have down here, especially here in the deep south, particularly like in Georgia and Florida. Yeah, I was born and raised here in Miami, but my parents, both of them, born and raised country folk, good folks. I never forgot where I came from, ever. My mom being from Columbia County, Florida, and raised up in Gainesville. My dad, born and raised in Fort Valley, Macon, Georgia. May he rise in power. Um, and I'm gonna tell you something. Like, yeah, you even have black Southerners that talk that Southern drawl too. And he also insulted a lot of white Southerners, perpetuating the stereotype, thinking that all white Southerners are Confederate flag flying, NASCAR race attending, tobacco chewing, Confederate flag flying, rednecks that's affiliated with the Ku Klux Klan, blah, 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 blah. Many times you don't heard me say this, and I don't mince my words about none of that. But you also heard me say that not every so-called white person is a white inferior racist. And let me keep it real with you. They're not. So you got some of them that's even fighting against the self-applaud known as white supremacy. For real, for real. You know? And I really find that kind of insulting there too. Because many times people who meet me, they often ask me if I'm from Georgia or whatever like that. I said, no, I'm born and raised here in Miami. Well, you got sort of like a Georgia accent. Well, maybe because that come from my dad's side. You know, shoot, some of the best times I have with like it here in this country and stuff like that. Because you don't know nothing about country living, you don't know about country folks, and you don't know what you're missing and stuff like that. My dad was about as country as anybody, and damn proud of it. I mean, shoot, how many of y'all know can go ahead and catch a soft shell turtle, cut the guts out, and make turtle stew out of it, and marinate it, spice it up, pour it on some white rice, eat it like it's nothing. Same thing like with a possum or a gator. And shoot, I know a few white guys that I mean real cool with. They drive, little Ford trucks sitting up high, all that shit like that. And what Eminem did that shit, like, I'm glad Bill had gone ahead and acknowledged that idiot. Because, he's right about one thing. Him, 45, Pence, all of them got one thing in common. They all from the North. 45 being from New York, Pence being from Indiana, Eminem being from 8 Mile in Detroit. Shit. And even I kind of find that stereotypical, though. Very stereotypical. And to all them cats, all them brothers out there who like to go ahead and want to shoe shine Eminem and defend him and all that stuff, man, as far as, man, y'all cats can get out there and kick rocks. Y'all better wake up and smell the cocoa leaves. He ain't what you think he is and stuff like that. You can go to my sister Nicole's view on her take on Eminem, where she played a whole song of Foolish Pride, how he said some disparaging remarks about black women that he tried to keep hidden back in 1993. I remember that very vividly back in 2004. I listened to that whole song because he was dating a black girl that broke up with him and stuff like that. And that's a lot of similarities that with 45 too. Same thing. He has yet to apologize about that. Just like 45 had not apologized about the Central Park 5 rape thing. Where he took out a whole page in the New York Post saying they need to be executed or so and so like that. And it wasn't even them. So it's a lot of similarities to that. But the worst of them all, I mean, how he emulated and disrespected Michael Jackson in his video "Foolish Pride." The vomit, how he vomited on the king on the King of Pop symbolically, because symbolism is everything. That just goes to show you his disdain toward black people as well as black artists. Who Eminem, who is nothing more than just a modern day Elvis Presley. Because the question you need to be asking yourself, why now? Why all of a sudden his ass started to come out here and ran against Trump? I tell you why. Opportunity. Opportunist. He's a culture vulture. He figured that he could come in, he could cash in on the NFL protest. He could cash in on the Kaepernick thing. See, he gives Kaepernick a big shout out. And brother Cap, I hope you listening to this. Don't believe this motherfucker, man. Real talk. He ain't nothing more than just a worm in the ground. He's nothing but a worm in the ground. My man Ray Benzino told y'all years ago. Dave Mays told y'all years ago about this motherfucker. And dare I even say it, so did Suge Knight. Now, I know it's a lot of people that's going to get out here talking about saying, oh man, fuck Suge and all this other stuff. Suge full of shit. Fuck that. I don't look at the messenger. I listen to the message. Okay? Plain and simple. And me and Benzino, we still boys this day because, like I say, me and him chop it up a lot. Whenever time he's down here in Miami. Still remember him from the almighty RSO days. But get back to the Eminem thing. I want to stay on topic here. This was like a response to Bill Button. And I totally agree with him on that. Because like I said, yeah, not all white Southerners are not, because they speak with a Southern drawl, that doesn't mean that they're ignorant, that they're dumb and all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you perpetuating a stereotype. That's just like, you perpetuate the stereotype that every black person that you see is some sex crazed, hormone driven, quote unquote, the term thug or whatever. You see somebody excuse me, with tattoos and all this other stuff like that, you know, perpetuating stereotypes. And that's exactly what Eminem did. He did in that little stupid ass rant. But see, that shot over everybody's head. And after watching Bill's video, and then I watched Nicole's video, I've been decided early this afternoon to say, let me go ahead and I'm going to do a follow-up part 2 to this. A conclusion to it. Because, look, fuck Eminem. Fuck Marshall Bruce Mathers. I'm just going to call him by his government name. I said it once, I'll say it again. Marshall Mathers, just go sit down. Sit your 90-pound, wrinkly, dry, white ass down and shut the fuck up, bitch. That's it, I'm done. No more talk. If you like the video, go ahead, share, subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell so when I upload new videos, you'll get them. I'm done with this cracker. No more talk. Real talk, man.